basic idea that this lever, which is the club and the left arm, is going around its center, the left shoulder, all together, same RPM. Looks like that. If we attach the right arm to it, with our right forearm in plane with the shaft, left arm is not in, the entire left arm is not in plane with the shaft. Left arm's pointing this way. Left arm's pointing under the plane. Now let's take a horizontal plane, okay? We're talking about this. The left arm clearly is not on the plane, and yet you hear it all the time from the booth. He's got his left arm on plane. No, he doesn't. Left arm's on plane. And when we stretch this left arm, and how do we do that? With the right, we stretch it below plane. The stretch is below plane. It's not this way. It's below plane. Up here, same thing, where the stretch is below plane. This is extensor action. It gives great structure to the stroke, hitting or swinging. So we've got this relationship then, the left arm wedge, which is not on plane, and the right forearm wedge, which clearly is on plane. And that's kind of key. And so we have this guy and we have this guy. They look like this at the top, and they're held together with extensor action. Haha, neat. And then that whole package delivered down plane. See, now the right arm started off a little bent, and as the hand swung back to the right shoulder, it got more and more and more and more. And I'm trying to keep it straight, but it can't be straight unless I do that. Well, that's not right. I got to take the shoulder back to the plane. So I'm going up, so it bends more and more and more. Why? It's coming close to my left shoulder. This guy's attached to this shoulder. This guy's attached to this shoulder. So it's got to bend. And so it bends more and more and more and more and more. Then the pivot delivers that bent right arm into here. But now the right arm begins to straighten. And as that happens, the left arm is leaving the chest. The left wrist unclocks. The left hand rolls. Now the right arm starts to straighten, 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 straighten. And now it is straight. On this plane, it looks like this. This is your basic golf swing. No rolling. You can see that's not rolling, it's closing like a door. But when I put it down here, it looks like this. That's the phenomenon. So this is your basic action. By the way, I'm going right, left there. Right, left, right, left, right, left. This doesn't appear to be rolling because it's not truly rolling. It's staying perpendicular to the ground. But down here it looks like a roll and it feels like a roll. So this roll power, this left hand roll, is controlling the right elbow, which wants to be straight but can't until there. Now it's at 45. Now that's the end of the follow through, both arms straight. Then you go into your finish swivel. All right, that last minute is probably as important as anything we'll discuss. No doubt it is. It's the basic motion. Go through it. So you go, the right knee straightens a bit on the backstroke, through the sit down, and then the left knee straightens. So that's standard action. Right anchor, 10-16C. That knee keeps its own degree of bend at address, and it stays there. That would be more like Hogan. Standard action, more like Sneed. And Nicholas would be the right anchor. We call this right anchor, there. You're holding that degree of bend. Then through the sit down, then the left knee straightens after impact. So the only difference between that and standard is, with standard, the right knee straightened a bit. With anchor, right anchor, that knee stayed in address position bend. Then you got double anchor, which is both knees. You go, the right knee's bent, like right anchor. You go through your sit down, and then you have the left anchor. It stays bent. Now a lot of guys go through it. Maybe they got right anchor here. They go through the sit down, but then they do a pure right anchor, which is to let the left knee straighten through impact. That would be a standard, that would be the way that you would do a right anchor. You keep the right knee bent, go through the sit down, and the left knee straightens after impact. But you see a lot of these, that fellow you showed me earlier, here he went through the sit down, beautiful impact here, and then he did that. And that's kind of the old caddy dip. Byron Nelson did it, made it work fairly well, I think. So, he did pretty well. But he didn't need to do that. He could have just stayed there and did that. Now, as a result, his head dropped. That's okay, like you said, the ball's gone, true. And I wouldn't mess with that. But it didn't have to be there. He could have just stayed with that and gone on. But somewhere, somebody talked to him about keeping that left knee flexed. And even though he didn't do it there, I did it after the ball was gone. That ball's 40 yards down the fairway before he does that little bump. So, again, as teachers, we need to know what to go after, the wobbly points, and what to leave alone. And a lot of times as you fix some of the big errors, like in a pivot, something up in here just goes away. The problem kid, like I was telling you about the guys who came in from Charlotte. He came in, he was 4 handicap, he was up in here. And his pro watched, because he brought him in, as over a day or two, they had spent 2 days, but without me ever talking about a turn shoulder plane. By the end of the second day, the end of the first day, actually we caught it on the next morning. I said, put that on camera. And he is perfectly aligned. The difference between where he was and where he went to that turn, I never had to mention anything. We just did McDonald drills. This right here, and all of a sudden everything. Okay, you do McDonald number 2. I want to finish that. McDonald number 2, that head is larger. The artist drew it larger, facing, and it stays straight ahead. What we're doing in number 2 is promoting a total independence of the hip and the shoulders.
I do not own that.
Not this. See, most people, they're connected up, so almost like they have a body cast on. They can't turn this way without turning that way.
Right.
And that's kind of normal. Your cocktail party, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
But we in golf have to turn like that. We got to be able to separate the movement of the hips and the shoulders.
And he is a good dancer.
Yeah, I'm
just saying.
That's right, hula hula.
Show me some.
Rock step, triple step.
That's it.
So the idea in this drawing, don't miss the point, that the head's bigger and it's facing straight ahead as he's doing this. And the idea is you're promoting a total independence. Now as you move into 3, which is preparatory, and then 4, which is taking that right shoulder back, you're parallel to the line between your feet. He says you're in plane with that stick, and you are if you put it back here. You are dead in plane with that stick between the feet. But when you're here, because of the chest, you're slightly.
Oh, I see.
But you're parallel.
I got you.
But that's the idea. We're taking the hip turn,
back a rib cage here.
and you can check it with your students here, because they're going to get about here. Hardly any of them get here. And whereas look, there's a 45-degree turn. And a lot of times I have to get back with their hips, and I'll do this. Come on! And they realize, God dang, I can go that far? Yeah, you can. You just nothing's moving down there. So we get this. So you can check it. You go here and you check it. Now the only you can't no. This knee has pushed that out. That's the only way it gets there. All right. So here, and so you got the rods turning like that. It's perfectly centered action. And then up here, the rod's turning like this. So hip turn, it's going to be 45 across the line. Shoulder turn, it's going to be dead over like that. Really neat stuff. That sets up the whole centered centrifugal action. Ooh. My little Chinese drum.
So my question was, I wonder how I'm going to look when I start full swinging with, because I know this lower half doesn't work right. That's why I'm not.
But it happens really quickly. When you get this motion, it becomes one motion. There's a lot going on. The weight's going to the inside ball, the heel's coming up, the knee's coming in, the right knee's going back. You know, and all that's going on. But it's just this.
Yeah. Let's get to work then.
And you were doing that on your video, the first videos you sent, as long as you're thinking on it.
I can do it, but I do know that I'm a dual, a double anchor sliding hip. It's messy.
Well, all that starts to go away, though.
Yeah,
that's like I'm saying. You just keep doing it, but people don't do it. I even tell them, just 2-3 minutes a day, and you don't even have to be in your house. I'll talk about the grocery. I'll use that grocery line a lot. Okay, I got my 21 points. That's how I memorize it. But I'm just not on you. You don't have to have rods. You just do this. I don't care what people think about me. I'm getting number 2 down. There you go. I got that.
Yeah, I understand. Last night I was.
It doesn't take
in the
much
hotel
to get
room after showing the 9-3 is the woman with the doing the work. I can't remember the section of the book.
Oh, you're talking about in the book.
I
didn't know what you're talking about, video or what. Yeah.
And then as soon as she'd start taking it back, you could see this. And I was in the
got the 3 zones. You're talking about the 3 zone, body zone.
I was in the shower.
Okay.
All right. And I said, well, if you get someone like this, and then they keep this right side high. Oh, that right hand's so high compared to the left hand.
Yeah.
That isn't right.
Right. But remember, if you're training it this way, you're not thinking about your arms or hands.
But I'm just paying attention. Look at that.
Yeah, that's important to kind of be aware of that. Mm-hmm. But the whole idea is to isolate the movements of the body. Okay. And all of this, ideal way to do it would be to cut your arms off, but that's kind of extreme.
A little bit.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gorminator here. Check that link down below in the description. Website's ready for you. It's full of videos to help you with your own game, right? Pulse and fixes folders, videos to help you with your driver. Maybe you're slicing the driver, maybe you want to hit it further. Also, a driving range folder. That's right. Drills to help you stay focused in there. When you guys come to the range, I want you to do focused work, not just hit balls all over the place. So check that link down below, and we'll see you on the other side.